What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Skyrim Special Edition. Just move along. When we left off in the last episode, we had gone down to, I guess the basement or dungeon or something of the College of Winterhold here, and spoke to the Augur of Dunlane, I believe was the name. And he basically told us that, yep, the Sigic Order was right, there's a giant calamity coming your way, and if you want to look at the Eye of Magnus, you need the staff. Which then we told the Archmage, who then basically told us to go find Mirabelle, because she had mentioned it recently. So that's what we're gonna do, right now, right here.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
I'd say calamity's necessary.
If there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly.
Okay, so she doesn't sell anything.
Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking?
The Archmage told me to.
I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere. Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power. No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
When is anyone ever cooperative? Fun fact, though, I think it'd be hilarious. I shouldn't say fun fact. Fun idea. I think it'd be hilarious if they did a quest like this, where, they were like, you need the staff, otherwise cataclysm and calamity. Where's the staff? Black Marsh. Wait, I can't go there. That's not in this game. This is Skyrim. Yeah, sucks to be you. Like, I think that would just be hilarious if it's, like, not even in the game because it's not in the same vicinity as you. That would just be great. Oh, no, I don't want a custom marker there. Have I not been to Windhelm? Oh boy. No. Remove the marker. Leave it alone. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to track down a carriage then and get over to Windhelm, and then we're gonna drop it over to Mzulft or whatever they called that. I forget the name. Okay, so I actually couldn't find the carriage driver in Winterhold, so I actually fast traveled back to Whiterun and then went through that carriage driver. I'm going to try and stick to the roads, though, because like I mentioned before, there's usually, more often than not, following the roads tends to be beneficial when you're on a quest. If you're just fiddle-farting around and trying to find random crap, then it may not always be the case, but usually, if you're actually on an active quest, then it's usually the best idea to follow the roads, even if the roads don't always seem like they line up right. Kind of one of those like we're doing, just kind of keep trying to head in the general direction of your quest marker, and then usually it kind of pans out. Now that looks like a little bit of a path, but see, then there's a road over here. The other benefit to taking the road, as opposed to going off of just path or as the crow flies, is you also have a higher tendency to run into not necessarily story, but oh my, I don't know if I'm up for a giant fight. We're quick saving this crap because that was the wrong button. That was definitely the wrong button. I don't know about this giant, though.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Nope, I only know untrue sons and daughters of Skyrim. Don't know any true ones. They're all fakers. Whoa. You want to tangle? Didn't think so. But yeah, so I tend to try and stick to the roads anyway, because you usually have a higher tendency to pick up random events like assassins or messengers or anything like that you might run across, as well as it's generally just a good way to not get stuck. Anybody who's played Skyrim a lot knows that if you venture too far off the beaten path, it's kind of a do it at your own risk, because it's not exactly Assassin's Creed, where you can kind of like climb on anything. So it's not uncommon to try and climb something you're not supposed to climb, or at least the developers didn't intend for you to climb on. There is a little bit of a difference there. And you find yourself, stuck on something, or having to reload a save game because you're basically wedged in a rock and always falling, or something like that. So it took me a while to kind of figure that out. I used to play, like, when I played Oblivion and Morrowind and all those, it was like, let's just go, let's run. Just go that direction, that kind of thing. And after playing Oblivion as much as I did, and then playing Skyrim and stuff, I kind of learned that, yeah, there's usually kind of a path. Even something like this right here, where it's not a road anymore, you're in the ruins and all that, there's still kind of a path, and there's broken stairs and all this kind of stuff. Oh no, I'm lost. I'm kidding. But yeah, there's usually some kind of a path that you can kind of follow when there's a quest that's going to take you to that area. Because, they don't really want you to get stuck or anything, so they're kind of like, they try and help you out, So that's kind of my general rule of thumb, is basically, if you're on a quest and you're not just wandering, there's probably a path to get there. If you're wandering, well...
Gone. Find Baratus in Oculory.
Okay. There you go. Research logs. 50% faster. Boots don't do anything. How's this compared to mine? I think mine's 50% plus... Yeah, the destruction reduction. Destruction reduction! That sounds like some kind of really cheesy infomercial name or something. Get your copy of Destruction Reduction. I don't know if reading this will help me at all, but... Now, like I said, I'm playing this really different. I didn't really think it would actually be this different until I actually started playing it this way. I don't want to step on that. Hey, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find, like, some better robes or something in here. I won't have to spend money on them. But like this, normally I would be very sneak and kind of like sneak up on them and stab these things, and they hardly ever even attacked me because your quick strikes and all that. Alright, that basically confirmed right there that you don't actually get a buff for sneak spelling. Now, the only thing I don't know if that would change is if you had, let's see what this lever does. Not enough. I don't know if it would change if you had the quiet casting on. I don't know if then you would get an upgrade, or not an upgrade, a sneak attack critical or not. I don't think you do, though. I always try and grab the Dwarven oil because it's really lightweight, but it's actually pretty valuable for the weight that it is. A lot of Dwarven stuff is not, actually. it's usually really heavy and not all that valuable, which is really surprising because you would think an extinct race, you know, would anything of theirs would be super valuable, but a lot of it, it's not that it's not valuable, it's that it's like too heavy to really be worth it. Nothing. Now that's an exception. It's not bad. Now, fun fact, for some of you non-diehard, I'm going to leave some of this bowls and stuff for now, until I can figure out what else we're going to get in here. For some of you non-diehard... Oh, jeez. I was like, did I step on something? What just happened? I don't have dual casting, I don't think. Where'd the other one go? Let's keep you at bay a little bit there. Ouchie wawa. Wrong button. Hey, I wonder if they can get up here. I wonder if I can get up here. I don't think I can. Speaking of things you're not supposed to climb on. Now, I will say... Oh, jeez. He's tearing me up. I think my conjuration is high enough, or I reduce the cost of the spells, that these are becoming a little bit more of an emergency weapon. What I mean by that is I used to have to cast it at like half a bar of magic, and now I don't really have to do that. Ooh, another soul gem. Thank you. Now, one thing that Oblivion did that was kind of cool was you could do your athleticism, and if you leveled that up, you could jump higher and stuff like that, so that was kind of a cool... I thought that was kind of a neat way of doing things. I see you. Ooh, this is an adept one. I didn't really pay attention to that. I have always liked when you get these, like, adept ones or something, or I had one, it was really funny because it was a master level lock. You can't have a higher lock level in this game. And it was literally right there, like the default position where the pick starts, and I was like, really? So I thought that was kind of funny. Boom! I don't know if that has anything to do with the main quest of where I'm going. But I mean, it leveled up my lockpicking skill more, so why not? Anyways, I started to say, for a lot of the non-diehard Elder Scrolls fans out there, a lot of people, including myself for a long time, didn't actually know this. But when it says dwarven, like dwarven spider, it's actually not talking about dwarves like Gimli from Lord of the Rings, or Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, or Zoltan from Witcher. You know, none of those. None of them. It's actually referring to elves, believe it or not. They were a subterranean nocturnal type of elf that lived underground, and they built all these big caverns and things, and buildings and ruins and steam. You know, they were kind of very intellectual and very ingenuitive rather than mysticism and magic. They focused on construction and mechanics and stuff like that. But they were actually kind of like a dark elf kind of looking thing. And their actual name was the Dwemer, I believe. Because the dark elves are the Dunmer. It's kind of very confusing because they all kind of have a mer type name. Altmer, Bosmer, Dunmer, Dwemer, Chimer, or Chimer, depending on how you pronounce it. You know, so all of, like, the different groups and factions of elves... I didn't mean to take all of those, whatever. all the different factions of elves are some kind of mer, which I believe is why you'll commonly hear in Elder Scrolls games like stuff like phrases like men and mer. It's like saying men and elves type of thing. The Falmer is another one. And I can't remember what the snow elves that you actually come in contact with in the Dawnguard DLC. I don't remember what their elven name really is. But you're annoying. I never have liked these things. Ooh, I think it's poisoning me. Because it's not really attacking me too bad. Alright. We're gonna switch this up. How about you? Oh, what the heck? Okay. Okay, so right back where we started from. That's annoying. I forgot to save it at any point, really, in particular. But yeah. So yeah, that's a kind of a fun fact about the elven races of Tamriel, or the Elder Scrolls series in general. Stop it. I wonder if ice or lightning or anything would work better on these guys. How about we find out? Lightning bolt. I mean, they are mechanical, but I don't know if the extra damage that, I don't know if the extra damage that the fire does would negate any kind of thing, but I'm not really sure what they're resistant to or whatever. I'm about to die again. Back off, you little spider. Jeez! When do these things get so aggressive? Like, seriously, we played it through the first part, or the first time. No, they never really attacked me that bad, or hurt me that bad, I should say. I'm gonna have to start quick saving more, I think. But yeah, according to lore series that I have been watching a lot of recently, since the Elder Scrolls Online kind of came back to being a bit more of an Elder Scrolls game, so I've been playing more of that, and then I was like, I kind of realized that that game takes place way far in the past in the series, and so I was kind of like, you know, what exactly went down beforehand? And so I've been watching a lot of the lore series type of things on the actual Elder Scrolls franchise and stuff, and what kind of the history of the events were. Goodness gracious me. Don't stand there and just tank with them. They win. So yeah, it was kind of interesting, but I didn't know that. I always assumed that the dwarves, or dwarven items and things, were crafted by dwarves, and then they just weren't around anymore and they were extinct and all this. Because I mean, this kind of looks dwarven. I could see this being like a bunch of Gimlis running around, you know, with all this stuff, because I mean, that's kind of the general thing. You've got Lord of the Rings, you've got stuff like Witcher, you've got stuff like Dragon Age, where, shoot, all of Dragon Age, they like built their whole city into a mountain and all this, and that's where the blight and the darkspawn come from, is from the deep roads and all this kind of stuff. So I mean, you see this kind of stuff and you just think dwarves, okay, you know, like the dwarves made it and something happened to them in the past and now they're not around, and okay, moving on. And you don't even think about it. Ha ha, you can't get up here, you can't get up here, you're just a little spider. But, so, yeah, when I was reading up on it, I was actually surprised to find out that they were actually it's kind of like the man-made name. Like, everybody for slang kind of started calling them dwarves, or dwarven stuff, or whatever, but in the actual history books kind of thing, they were actually the Dwemer. And there was an event after, I forget exactly what all went down, but there was basically a big civil war thing between the Chimer and the Dwemer, which the Chimer had kind of invaded Morrowind, and we're kind of like, hi, we're here. You should just totally let us stay and take over and all this kind of stuff. And so it kind of turned into a semi-civil war situation that eventually turned into a really bad civil war. But the key part is there was, in an effort to get rid of the Chimer, the Dwemer kind of pulled a really risky attempt at saving themselves by, I forget exactly what they did, but they either cast a spell or tried to break the heart of, no, they were trying to make the oh man, I can't remember the name. It's a gigantic dwarven mech, though, basically. And you know what? I'm just gonna start off with this right here. We're just gonna... Okay! His melee is ridiculous. Let's see. Can I do an oak flesh, maybe? Wow, that takes so much. This guy's a little bit of a piece of work. Let's test out my conjuration skills here. And we're gonna put heals back in our left. Ooh, nice. We leveled up. Hey, where'd my Atronach go? Hey, get over here. Help! Wow, man, his melee stuff is really strong. I don't even think it's the poison so much that's hurting me as his melee hits. Boom! Good job, Atronach. You go, girl. Alright. That's so awesome, though. I do love that about mages in Elder Scrolls. You can end up being so OP. It's great. Love it. Not that that was OP by any stretch, but you can end up being there, which is really cool. Oh, this is decisions. What's restoration? Restoration opens something up. Ooh, apprentice level for half magic. That's not a bad idea. I probably should do alteration at half magic because that would let me do oak flesh for a lot less. What do we have on conjuration? Bound weapons do more. Dual casting. Summons Atronach's twice as far. I think I'm gonna go with alteration here. And that way I can do more of the oak flesh without hurting my magic so much. Because that's really been... Yeah, see, like, that's a lot better. Stone flesh is still apprentice, though. Woo! Yeah, no, we're not ready for that one. But at least this way I can do a quick little armor boost. I like that plan. Let me check this guy. What do you got on him? Hunter antenna. Why not? Yeah, I don't like those Charis things. Those things are really annoying. I hate them. I'm gonna save that too. I don't want to do that again. But yeah, so they ended up... The Dwemer ended up... I forget. They tried to make a giant... basically centurion or guardian or whatever they're called. I forget what they're called. And I really forget the name. It's a cool name though, but I totally forgot what it was. I keep wanting to say Salmalarian or whatever the name, but I know that's... Actually, I don't even know if that's the right name or not, but it's the name of the one of the Lord of the Rings books. But I can never pronounce that one right either. I see you, Tripwire. You're not fooling anybody. But yeah, they tried to make this giant robot thing, and essentially... Ow. essentially... Oh yeah, oak flesh. I just mentioned I was going to start using that more. I got too many spells that I'm switching between. Let me kill this thing and then I'll go back to explaining lore. Not that I'm really any kind of expert on it or anything. I just really enjoy it. I think I can take this guy without my sword. Yeah, I got him. Boom. Get dead. I could still take a few of those. So yeah, basically, when they activated this giant mech thing, nobody really knows what happened to date. Like, out of all the games, all the, like, nothing. I don't think there's been any kind of story-related material that's been released where anyone has ever actually found out what really happened. But all anybody knows is the moment they tried to activate this thing, which name escapes me at the moment, basically from that point on, the Dwemer were gone. Like, finito, just disappeared, gone. Not like their, you know, bodies or anything were left, not like they all died, just poof, no more Dwemer. Ow, wee, wow, wow. Okay, no, that's not gonna work. This is not going to fly. Please help me. Oh, can I get up here? Maybe he can't get to me. I wonder, I think there's a perk where I can get more than one Atronach, but I don't think I have that. Wow! Something hurt him, and it wasn't me. Alright, let's see how good I am at sniping with a fireball. Oh, I got him! Bam! Say what you will about mages. Oops, I didn't mean to take all of those. Say what you will about mages, but the ability to cast their own armor, like destruction spells, conjure their own assistant people, weapons, all that just makes them really awesome. Especially once I get my alteration up to where I can do apprentice level, and I can start using like stone flesh instead of oak. We'll definitely be doing a lot better. Boom. Alright, anything I want to take? Oh, yes. Metal ingots. Even if I don't use them, they're still very valuable. See, like this. This is really heavy, but it's not really all that valuable. Some of the bowls and stuff are, though. They're worth picking up if you have extra. I'm just not sure what else we're going to run into that I'll want to pick up. So I don't really want to do that right now. Jeez, this is the tunnels that never end. And my alteration skill is probably so low that it's going to start leveling up a lot quicker than my other stuff because I haven't been using it as much. Okay, I don't see anything on the sides here. Well, okay, let's do Atronach, oak flesh, ouch, leave me alone. Wrong buttons, wrong buttons. Seriously, if that's not what did it, what hurt that thing before? Because it got royally messed up before. Oh no, he killed it! Ooh. That was not pleasant. Ow, chihuahua. Yeah, not good. Ooh. I can stun him a second there, and BAM! Alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. I probably ought to do the main quest line just enough to get the, like, stage 2 and 3 of the... or 2 at least, of the shout. Because they give you free shouts kind of thing in those, in that quest. Which is kind of cool. I think that's part of why I don't really use the shouts all that much, is by the time I actually started getting cool ones, I, like, really had better spells and things already to keep, like, life drain or, you know, something that's like, I don't really care about just knocking the person over. I want to, like, kill them. Now, the one that you get from the Dawnguard DLC, where you can summon that undead dragon thing, that one was pretty cool. That was pretty neat. I did like that one. Okay, what do we got here? Anything I want? Ooh. What are you? It's almost the same as the last one. Almost. Oh, come on. Stop it. Thank you. Don't be stupid. Every once in a while you get those ones that are just really stubborn and you're like, come on. Work with me. Okay, I think we're about out of time for this episode, so I think we're going to wrap things up here. In the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time where we will continue our excursions into this Dwemer, not Dwarven, cavern, ruin, whatever. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace.